G'day guys and gal, it's common knowledge that I am hyper competitive. I compete in jiu-jitsu tournaments, video games, and sometimes I'll even take like an especially large shit and I'll pat myself on the back for it. Another more relevant competition I like to engage in is in sub count wars. Every time I get close to overtaking another Warhammer lore YouTuber, I basically wage a presidential campaign in order to leave them in my dust. Some people say this kind of behavior is toxic or unhealthy, but like, it's gotten me here and everyone else is just kind of there. In my mind, there was only one more target left to go, Leutin 09, until I achieved total victory. But then I was made aware of a new lore content creator, someone who had only been at it a year, but has already amassed more followers than even Leutin. A creator called Weshammer, who resides on TikTok out of all places, with nearly 700,000 followers. It just goes to show that there is still room in the creator community if you have an original and engaging style. As such, today we're going to go over Weshammer's TikTok channel and give it a good suss to see why he's gained so many followers so quickly, as well as if this type of content would work on YouTube. This will actually be a pretty insightful video for once. Despite my abhorrence for the platform, I actually do know a bit about how TikTok creators work and how much money they actually make. So whilst Weshammer might have some impressive numbers, does that actually translate to a viable income? Let's get into it. Alrighty, here we are on Weshammer's TikTok channel. As we can see, 636.5 thousand followers and 22.5 million likes. Damn, I wish I could get like a culminative of his views. I'm sure I can. So what does he do? He basically does, I've had a look at him a little bit, but this is like the deep dive we're doing. So he does, no shit. Okay, a lot of lore stuff. All right, let's look. Angry Marines is always a good place to start.
This is by far my most requested topic. And let me start by saying you have no idea what angry actually is. Take the angriest you've ever been and magnify it by 1,000. And that's what the Angry Marines feel every minute of every day. They are the rage of the entire internet.
I think I'm gonna get copyright claimed like instantly. Apparently TikTok's got like a deal where they can use all this shit. YouTube definitely does not.
Internet condensed into a single chapter. And the term insanity barely does them justice. Though their captains aren't chosen because they're wise or honorable, they're selected because they're the most angry. Or honestly, fuck it. Sometimes they're just selected out of a hat. And they use a wide array of non-traditional.
If you were to take what he's saying and just kind of dot it down, it would be like anyone could almost do that, you know what I mean? Like
a dude who thought it was a good idea to try to kill a chaos god. And spoiler warning, it went really bad. His name was Scarbrand. And he was easily one of the most powerful demons that's ever existed.
Yeah, so it's his energy and his kind of punchiness that is the style there. Because if you look at, if we like note it down, I'll say it here. You'll see what I say in a sec.
God. And spoiler warning, it went really bad. His name was Scarbrand. And he was easily one of the most powerful demons that's ever existed. Him and his armies murdered untold billions.
His name is Scarbrand. He is easily one of the most powerful powerful demons to ever exist. He and his armies killed untold millions. You know what I mean? It's like the actual content itself, word by word, isn't that like exciting, I guess, but just his presentation's really good, which so I can see why it's kind of grabbing. And the whole like head teleporting around and, you know, the fact that he's like some super white dude with a sick beard and dyed blonde hair and a bandana. It's kind of eye-catching. I like it. You know, maybe if I didn't look like such a privileged white kid, I could really pull it off. Also, I wanted to know about the Angry Marine one. Great content, but also Angry Marines aren't like canon. So, and he doesn't mention that, which I think is fine because it's like his job is to just kind of hype the setting and make it interesting and bring people in. It's not to kind of deep dive on like what's canon, what's fan and stuff. So even though like, I guess he's almost misleading people, I think it's fine because at the end of the day, it's a fictional fucking setting. Like who cares? Hell, 1.8 million. Let's talk about the horniest place.
Talk about the horniest place in the entire universe. And it's actually not as cool as it sounds. This is the realm of Slaanesh, one of the 4 chaos gods. On its surface, this place is almost too good to be true. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a place where all the desires of mortals are readily at your fingertips.
So obviously I'm a huge believer in sex sells, so I'm not shocked that a repost of his most popular video gets nearly 2 million views. A repost, where's the original? Okay, so the original video, his popular one, 5 million views about the realm of Slaanesh. Because yeah, he has the fucking titty greater demon in it. Obviously it's gonna do well. And then the repost of that got nearly 2 million. So it's imagine on YouTube, that'd be so good on YouTube. You could just, hey, here's a popular video of mine. I'm just gonna repost it and get like Even 1/3 of the views. Like if I could, you know, my Age of Sigma video, I think it's like 700,000 views. If I could just get another 200,000 for free, just uploading it again, that would be pretty dope. Yeah, absolutely zero surprise there. I make like 1/3 of my income from sexy stuff, so, and my Slanesh videos always do pretty well. That's just the way it is. People see that shit and they're like, ooh. You don't even have to be a pervert, you know, it's just human emotion. Like, everyone likes to fuck. Yeah. And so anything to do with fucking is automatically interesting. So yeah, there's my logic about the matter. It's also interesting, like, all right, so let's say a video about the Death Jesters.
Let's talk about those spooky death clowns that literally wear the bones of their predecessor. And these guys take dark humor to a whole new level. They're known as the Death Jesters. They're a member of the Eldar clown army, the Harlequins. That weapon they wield is known as a Shrieker Cannon, and it's honestly one of the most horrific weapons ever made. See, its ammunition is coated in a virulent biotoxin that instantly causes a violent reaction within the target's body, causing them to burst in a violent explosion of blood and bone shrapnel.
So that's awesome, and that actually did well for him, like 664,000. That's, I don't know, maybe like, let's say his average is like maybe 500K. So that's a topper end one, but it's like such a niche topic that I don't know would do so well on YouTube, like Death Jesters lore. I don't know, I could be wrong. Yeah, like Voldemort did a deep dive, 27,000, which is not much. Grim Dark Narrator, 2,000. You know what I mean? So there's my Harlequin video. Did alright. I guess I put him in the thumbnail, which is good. But I don't know, it's like his deep dive on that unit type. Sorry, wrong one. On that unit type was actually did phenomenal for him. But on YouTube, if you were to kind of like translate it over, maybe not. Because it would be hard to talk about Death Jesters for 10 minutes. Like they're like, you know, yeah, they've got the cool fun facts, but once you've kind of the dot points. So it's interesting to kind of like, you know, what's eye-catching for short-form content versus what's practical for long-term. All right, so if we actually give it a red-hot scroll, he's been doing well for a while. Yeah, 1.8 million. He's had his style for a while. I want to go. He's been posting every day. It might be hard to get to the bottom. Shadow banned. What?
I didn't believe in shadow banning until it happened to me, but I've recorded my analytics so I can show you what shadow banning actually looks like. Right off the bat, this is what it looks like. A sudden and dramatic decrease in traffic that plateaus at the bottom. Follower growth also looks like this. Before this started on the 18th, I was getting pretty consistent growth, averaging around 1,000 a day.
I swear every fucking TikToker uses this background sound. What do I get shadow banned for? So I'm kind of like, I like a bit of juicy TikTok
So if you didn't
drama.
know, my account recently got shadow banned. Maybe it's not a full shadow ban because you can still see my stuff on following. But all of my videos, even the ones that I just made, have been completely removed from the For You page.
What did you do?
So for it to only be seen by...
What did you do wrong, Wes? I think YouTube has a version of a shadow ban. It's like, your channel, all your videos will get automatically demonetized. But there's two types of getting demonetized. There's like, it gets, you know, promoted as normal and algorithmed as normal. But you just like, you don't make money off it. Or there's another version of demonetize where it actually doesn't promote your video either. So a good example of that would be like, you know, Rucka, who they got their channel demonetized, but like so badly that their videos don't even get recommended anymore. So it's kind of almost killed their channel, which is unfortunate. That's not a good fate for any YouTuber. All right, here we go. I found his oldest video. 2020, or October, December 2020. So yeah, literally just over a year. Very, very solid. I would follow you, but I don't hate myself enough to have a TikTok account. So as we can see, short, sharp, and engaging content captures the attention of Warhammer fans because we literally drool whenever we see our hobby mentioned on any platform outside our usual bubbles. And it also captures the attention of completely new people because it's very digestible and fun for people who have no clue what's actually going on in the setting. The success of someone like Weshammer also directly benefits people like me. He lures them in, and then I finish them off, you know, metaphorically. Their metamorphosis from a functioning member of society to a plastic crack addicted gremlin starts with Weshammer. So is Weshammer rolling in dosh, going to cringy TikToker events and railing lines off Dan Blazarian's roided up abs? Probably not. The thing about each social media platform is that the value of a follower varies greatly between platforms. Any YouTuber will tell you that the first 1,000 subscribers is the hardest to get. It's like a proof of concept for your content. If you can get 1,000 subs, you can get 10,000. If you can get 10,000, you can get 100,000, and so on. But something like Instagram, you'll probably get close to 1,000 just through having like friends and family and shit. I haven't plugged my Insta at all, and I'm at like 1,300. So having 100,000 subscribers on YouTube is way more impressive and financially solid than having 100,000 Insta followers. YouTube provides a much greater ad revenue, sponsors will pay you a lot more, and you don't have to shake your ass in a G-string. I mean, I have gotten naked quite a few times on this channel, but that only represents like 70% of my appeal rather than 99%. A TikTok follower is worth even less. I don't use TikTok because I have shit to do and I'm not suicidal, but I took the time to learn about it and talk to some of the big creators on it, and it's actually shocking how little money they make for their follower count. A YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers, or let's just scale it to Weshammer and say 700,000, can easily clear a high 6-figure salary, if not 7 figures per year. This is due to solid ad revenue from longer video formats, higher value sponsorships due to the ability to make like 1-minute sponsor segments instead of just slapping your logo on something, and also the ability to easily advertise stuff like merch or Patreon. Weshammer, on the other hand, would make about $200 to $1,000 per month, which is fucking shit. He has a Patreon which does okay, about $1,500 per month, but you combine these together and you have a dude uploading daily, getting a metric shitload of views with nearly 700,000 followers, making the same amount of money as a full-time McDonald's burger flipper in Australia. I'm not sure if that means TikTok is trash for creators or Australia has really sorted out their minimum wage laws, but definitely something to think about. The point of the comparison isn't to say that Weshammer's effort and follower count is invalid, just that YouTube and TikTok are different platforms. In a business sense, it's almost like two entirely different industries. Weshammer has given YouTube a shot, because he is probably aware that this is where the dollars are at, but so far he hasn't been able to crack it. It might have something to do with the fact that he leaves his fucking TikTok watermark in his YouTube short videos, which not only is a bit of a turn off because it's kind of lazy, but I also think the YouTube algorithm might actually punish videos with the TikTok watermark, because otherwise, YouTube Shorts would just be TikTok 2.0. On the flip side, I probably wouldn't make it with TikTok unless I dedicated a lot of time and effort into figuring out its algorithm and style, which I just can't be stuffed doing. In other news, I actually had a chat to Weshammer and we might figure out a collab in the future, so yeah, that would be cute. So what did we learn today, my dear viewers? That's right, absolutely fucking nothing.